Hey, how's it going, guys? This is Sal117. I do apologize for not being super active in YouTube recently because I'm just so dealing with frustration right now, especially with college and oh boy. But this is gonna be an interesting video. I don't know if many people are gonna watch this, but honestly, let's get to the point. I recently have seen some recent news for. Let me adjust the camera. I do apologize for the beard. I'm gonna definitely shave it tomorrow. I know what you guys think of my beard, but oh my god, I'm still getting off topic. Oh my god, I'm trying to lighten the mood sometimes when I do these videos. So yeah. But I have recently seen some news for animation today, and aside from Young Justice Season 3, I had watched the entire series. I'm watching it through a streaming service because I don't live in America. Few disregarding benefits of living in a European country, but yeah, America is not the greatest place, but I apologize if I upset any Americans. That was not my intention. But the Young Justice Season 3, it is looking good. I like how Craig Wiseman, I believe I said his name. Yeah, Craig Wiseman, the amazing person who created Disney's Gargoyles and also my favorite series, Spectacular Spider-Man, and also the person responsible for Young Justice first two seasons and also third season. I am looking forward to watch more of Young Justice Season 3, but I never had the time because I still haven't returned or got a replacement for Danny Phantom DVD, but I can't even run it because I don't have multi-regional DVD or slash Blu-ray player, so it's on hold so far. But I will try to shit. But this is one of those topics I wanted to talk about, and the question is why I am always talking about my action cartoon idea, why I want to make an action cartoon. And the reason why I want to make an action cartoon series is because, as a lot of you guys know, action cartoons have been really lacking recently, and that is mostly because of the whole political justice, social justice warriors being oversensitive, people being oversensitive, blah blah blah. I even had sorry, I even had a discussion with my math teacher about this, and I said I wanted to make a series that had some violence in it, but she's like, no, you can't do violence because it will be shut down or whatever. You need to show these like cutesy stuff a lot of the times, and that is I think the main issue I have with a lot of modern cartoons nowadays. And I'm not saying a lot of modern cartoons are like this, but I feel like we need some original action-oriented cartoon series, and I feel like I want to create something because action cartoons have been really a big inspiration for me, especially shows like Batman Beyond, Spectacular Spider-Man, Generator X, and so forth. And I wanted to make an action cartoon series because I've always been big fan of superheroes, the like vigilante superheroes, or especially one of my favorite superheroes, Spider-Man. And I wanted to create some kind of similar, like a crossbreed of many different action-oriented cartoon series. And the reason for it is because the action cartoons have always been a big part of my childhood, and I feel like the fact that it is lacking in, especially for kids channels like Nickelodeon and especially Cartoon Network, it is really bumming me out. That is the reason why I tried to download as many shows from the golden era of cartoons, like Codename Kids Next Door, Megas XLR, and so forth, and buying me also DVDs, Blu-rays for many different shows, especially action cartoon oriented series that have quality over quantity on them. But the reason for the action cartoon series is that I want to create something that makes any person who watches this show feel like they're in this epic adventure. They feel like a badass and they just want to go create something. They also want to create something similar that I have created as well. But the issue is my art skills are not that great, and I have continued writing the story for the show, and I really want to create this show because I want to create something. I want to bring back the feeling for a lot of people that they feel like, oh my god, I want to be a badass like this guy. And my biggest issue I have with action cartoons, especially for a lot of people that look at action cartoons, is the fact that a lot of people look at action cartoons and think of one thing: it's a boys' show. And that is really ridiculous, considering that Avatar: The Last Airbender, Samurai Jack, even Young Justice, the original Teen Titans, and a lot of these shows could be enjoyed by any gender. And I really hate this gender stereotype of bullshit when people, especially when people look at action cartoons. Like when they look at action cartoons, they're like, oh, it's a boys' show. Why you need to watch something that is presumably targeted towards this single gender stereotype of single male audience? Like, what the hell? Like, I don't know, maybe I don't know, it's kind of been like 90s, mid 2000s. It has been a different era, but I feel like since mid 2000s, I feel like a lot of female audiences enjoy action cartoons as well, because action cartoons are more than just action stuff, set pieces. They also could tell really good stories, more mature, could put in more mature themes. Static Shock, for example, is a very perfect example of an action cartoon kind of done right, that has like more, also has morals, but not in the way that they are shoved in your face like that. And they're really mature morals, like gun violence, how bullying can affect people, and so forth. And for my action cartoon idea, I have also type of deal with the main character who has dealt with bullying a lot, and his main villains are his former bullies from middle school or elementary school, or I have middle school, or let's go with that. And he had like he still has memories of how they bullied him, and he has like this moral, kind of like a moral choice or something. Like, he still has this deep hatred for these guys, but he still has a good heart, and he doesn't want to go on the same path as they do. So instead of trying to kill them, he's trying to get rid of their powers to turn them back to normal, and giving them to the police so they could face proper justice from the authorities. Like I said, I have thought of the plot points further over the show. I feel like it could have been an original idea, considering that the main character, stops the bully, gives him like a lesson he has learned from his life experience, and give them like a moral choice, like make the bullies reflect themselves of what they have become, or have like a continuing plot point of whether the bully will change in the future or not in the series. And that could have been like an interesting idea I had when it comes to action-oriented show. And I have like these amazing ideas for the action cartoon series, but I can't really find people that could help me out, because I really am afraid of people stealing my idea and not giving me credit for the idea. Like, I want to write the idea and find someone that could help me like draw the idea. Like, I might draw like an example, like I do a lot when I do drawings. I want to draw like an example of the show idea I have, and I find like a really good artist that can help me out create these amazing these amazing designs for these characters, especially for the main character, and make them look a lot better than when I try to draw, because even though I'm trying to draw it is kind of looking better, I can only draw good when it comes to when I pick up a Google image from Google and try to, you know, replicate the character, you know, try to redraw the character in my own way as much as I can, put my heart and soul and effort for it. But yeah, that could be great. Like, I could be like the writer of the show. Also, we need to find voice actors. Like, one of the villains I have for the voice actor idea is definitely James Arnold Taylor, the voice for Ratchet from Ratchet and Clank, and also Electro from the Ultimate Spider-Man games. And I feel like it could have been a really good casting choice to have James Arnold Taylor, the voice of villain, like a punk-ass villain, like kind of like he did with Electro. And James Arnold Taylor himself said, I feel like this kind of role really suits me. I really enjoy doing this role, and I feel like it could have been really interesting, the Electric Devil, to have like this James Arnold Taylor's that kind of attitude like he has like in the Ratchet and Clank series. And Ratchet and Clank series, as you guys know, is my favorite gaming series of all time. But the idea for the action cartoon series, I still have not. I don't know. For the main character, I feel like Josh Keaton would be a really good choice, but I don't know. I still have like. I still thinking of it, because I thought maybe I could voice the character myself, but you know, my voice sounds really retarded, especially when I talk to the microphone. Maybe if I will be able to save up enough money for a new microphone, like a Blue Yeti microphone that a lot of YouTubers use, maybe my voice will sound better. I do not know, but I feel like it could be interesting to actually kind of create an interesting cartoon show idea, because I really was inspired by action cartoon series. And the action cartoons, like I said, the action cartoons are really lacking nowadays, and I feel like it could have been interesting to create an action cartoon series and then later on make a prequel series that isn't really action oriented, but is more character developed, a more like emotional journey for the characters. It will have some action elements in it, but it will have like drama and stuff. I wanted to make the show kind of like in an anime style, but unfortunately I tried to draw Aang from the Avatar The Last Airbender once, and it did not turn out so well. I will show you a picture of it, and let me guys know what you guys think, because I never draw anyone in anime style ever so far, because like I said, I was never a big fan of anime. It's not like I completely hate anime. Like I said in one of my previous videos, I still enjoy watching other animes like My Hero Academia, One Punch Man, and many other kind of type of animes. One of my absolute favorites is Blue Exorcist, and because of anime like Blue Exorcist, I also got inspired by the character's powers, like having like these blue flames all over him, like having like the signature color, kind of like with Danny Phantom, that his signature color is green every time when he uses his powers. So yeah, I kind of felt like I said, my action cartoon idea is like a big inspiration from many other, it's like a mixture between all the action cartoons I grew up with, and it's like, but also at the same time, it's like, it's trying to be like its own thing, like its own original idea. I have this like a villain type, like this main villain called the Shadow Master, that is basically he's designed kind of like an inspiration from Spawn. But I never tried to draw Spawn. Maybe later I will try to draw him, but I don't know how that will turn out, because drawing characters, especially comic book characters, is really complicated, and Spawn is probably one of the most difficult characters to draw. But I want to create a villain that is like an inspiration from Spawn the animated series, or Spawn comic books. But I don't know how that will turn out, because I suck at drawing chains and stuff. But I really want to create a really like a menacing villain, like a kind of like a Slade villain, like, or the Shredder from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2003 reboot, or etc. Like many other these type of or Skeletor from He-Man, the Masters of the Universe 2002 reboot. Like, I really want to create like, I really hate the fact that we barely have these kind of menacing villains in cartoon series, like really like trending villains or something like that. We can have like jokey villains as well, but I feel like we barely have like serious cartoons. Like previously I did a video about why should animation be more darker, serious, and a lot of people agree with me, because I feel like action cartoons could help out kids be more prepared for reality. And I feel like if I create the action cartoon series that I have in my mind, or maybe find people that can help me out with this kind of show, then I might be able to create something that makes my dreams come true, makes me happy, and create the show not just for money's sake, but also so it could bring out quality content again for Western animation. But because of how Western audiences have become, especially in America, Canada, blah blah blah, how people have turned out nowadays, especially with the whole world turning out political correct or whatever. I don't know how that will turn out. I don't know if our idea is going to be pitched. We might try Netflix. I might try Netflix maybe, but I don't know how that will turn out, because like it is really hard, getting a lot harder to get a job for animation, especially when you're getting restricted with your creative freedom and creativity and imagination that you have in your head. Like, I've seen a lot of YouTubers create their own amazing original ideas on YouTube, but I feel like they're not really respected, because animation is just for kids, and you know how I feel about that excuse. Like, it's really grinding my gears every time when people say animation is just for kids. And I feel like kids can have a lot darker stuff. Like, it's not like when I watched Batman Beyond when I was a kid, or shows like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2003, or the original Teen Titans, and it's not like I was really traumatized with seeing much darker themes in cartoons. It's not like, hey shit, I'm traumatized for life. No, it actually helped me out to reflect reality and see how horrible it is, but it also helps me out to be better prepared for the future, for the upcoming troubles that the future will throw at me. And that's why action cartoons really helped me out as a kid. And I like action cartoons because it doesn't talk down towards its general audience. But nowadays, a lot of cartoons try to be silly, simplified, and more focused towards comedy. It's not like I might do later on a video about what makes a good comedy cartoon, and I don't know how that will turn out. But I feel like too many cartoons are just focusing too much on modernized humor and the jokes that are not even funny, and I don't know. I feel like we need action cartoons. That's why I want to create an action cartoon series. Like in the title of the video, we can read it. But yeah, I don't know. That's all I can say about why I want to create action cartoon series. And what do you guys think? Do I have the right to create an action cartoon series? Do I have good intentions for Western animation or not? Let me know in the comments, because I myself cannot find the answer as well. Like, I want to do many other things as well to make me happy, like learn how to play either electric guitar or drums, because I love modern rock music, and maybe take a break from technology, explore the wilderness, because I also like learning more about animals. I like animals in general because animals really fascinate me. I know, right? It's kind of weird coming from someone who has a big obsession with action cartoons, but yeah, like I said, I just want to be someone that do something that makes me happy, that actually makes me move on with the world, because being stuck in this house with my parents all the time is not real good for my health, and also in my country the environment is not very healthy, mostly because of the weather conditions, the way the climate is kind of fucked up in a sense in this country, because I don't know, because I have like the skin condition, this terrible skin condition that then my skin reacts in weathers, and that's why I have this idea for the main character for my action cartoon series to have him like these bandages all over his body, like neck, arms. You can see in his arms or neck, in the neck, so he kind of like hides his like weaknesses from other people. Doesn't want to show people that he's weak or something like that, or he's like kind of like dying or something. I don't know. I don't think I will. Like I said, the main character in my action cartoon series is kind of based off of myself, but I don't know how that will work out. But yeah. But like I said, let me know in the comments what you feel about this idea I have with the action cartoon series, and do you agree? Do you believe I have good intentions for it? And like this video if you actually enjoyed this video. I don't know, this video might not do well, but we shall see. But still, let in the comments and like this video and share this video with others if you want to. And yeah, this is Sam117 signing off, and also I know if I said Happy New Year, I don't know, Jesus, I'm real bad at outros. Like, yeah, this is Sam117 signing off.